just skill building for the future. When I was a therapist, an acquaintance remarked with a smirk, "So you're one of those shrinks, huh?" I countered, "Actually, I'm a stretch." I'm not into boiling down someone's whole being into some narrow label or telling them why they are how they are. I prefer to help people stretch their potential and expand their thinking. Please make a commitment to yourself. I invite you to get the most out of this book by adopting the suggestions that follow. They will help you get the most from this workshop in a book. You decide what fits. I won't play know-it-all or claim to know what's right for you. Treat this book as a workshop. Let's work hard with self-examination and experimentation, but you get to shop. Try on each skill. If it doesn't fit, put it back on the rack. Some skills will fit perfectly, others with a few alterations, and some not at all. All I ask is that you try them on. Recognize your own cultural perspective. Our interpretations of people's behavior are colored by our own cultural lenses. It's impossible to account here for every culture's communication norms, so I depend on you to apply your experience and sensitivity to adjust or even ignore some of my guidelines. Please adapt the skills to take into account national, generational, racial, gender, and sexual orientation considerations. Look for the donut, not the hole. I invite you to look for where the skills will work, not for where or why they won't. Otherwise, when you finish listening, all you'll have is a list of where you can't use these tools. Let's choose a healthier, optimistic outlook about the skills, value, and applicability. Be optimistic. A joke Ronald Reagan would mention at press conferences is about two young boys, Jimmy the optimist and Timmy the pessimist. 5-year-old Jimmy is an optimist, and his twin, Timmy, is a pessimist. For Christmas, their folks buy Timmy a new bicycle. He cries, whining that he might fall. They have no money left for good-natured Jimmy. They gather up some horse manure and wrap it for the optimist. Jimmy opens the box, screams with glee, and digs his hands into the poop. The dad is dumbfounded and asks, "Jimmy, how can you be so happy, but Timmy is miserable with his shiny bike?" Little Jimmy cheerfully answers with a twinkle of wisdom in his eyes, "Well, Daddy, I just figured, with all this crap, there must be a pony in here." In the same vein, I'll be throwing a lot of material at you, but I hope you'll look for the pony. Discipline yourself to sharpen your axe. Taking time out of a busy life to hone interpersonal influence skills takes discipline. My definition of discipline is doing what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. Investing time and energy to sharpen your axe, getting your communication tools in good shape, pays off in the long run. Abe Lincoln said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Don't take it personally. On second thought, do. This is primarily a book on business communication. However, applying straight talk in your personal life will boost your happiness and help you to be more congruent with your values of caring, trust, and integrity. Your overall well-being will spill over into your work-life success and satisfaction. Special features of this workshop in a book. You can expect the following components, just like my in-person and virtual courses. Workshop time. Throughout the book, I'll ask you to imagine you are in a straight talk workshop. Please mentally transport yourself into these involvement scenarios so that you feel what it's like to be a participant. Exercise. Since this is a workshop in a book, I've packed in many practice drills and other activities to make your learning action-oriented and practical. Please don't skip them. They will enhance your insights, bump up your enjoyment, and build and integrate your skills. You can write answers at www.